Hey Facebook land, how you doing tonight? Just waiting for a couple minutes for Facebook to let you know I'm here. Those of you that are joining me on the recorded version, you can skip ahead to about 45 seconds and you'll be able to see the content at that point. So this is what I'm going to commit to. Hi Monica, I'm so happy to see you tonight. This is a series, Barbara. Oh my gosh, you're not working tonight? You're going to join me instead? That's so exciting. My family was just talking about our trip going to Vegas, so I'm really excited to be able to see you. Hi Kathy, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm happy to see you. I've got such an audience already. It's exciting. This is one of the things that I'm going to commit to. I'm going to commit to doing Facebook Live once a week. It will be Mondays at 7. Oh, Barbara, thanks. Thanks for spending your... So anyway, it's actually going to... Hi, Barb. How are you? Gosh, Barb, I haven't seen you in forever. I've been following you on Facebook, and I watch all of your posts on Facebook. Hi, Riley. Hi, Landon. It's good to see you guys, too. Hi, Roxy. This will be weekly on Monday nights at 7. So I'm excited to share with you my journey. I've shared with you a little bit already. Hi, Daddy Jim. Thanks for joining me tonight. I actually kind of got into a book that I really enjoy, and I have it right here. It's called The Speed of Trust. It's actually by Stephen Covey. It's actually a really, really good book. And this one followed The Rival that I was reading earlier by Lisa Bavaria. And a lot of this, JC, I'm so glad you could join me tonight. I hope this uplifts you a little bit after the weekend you had. Anyway, Without Rival by Lisa Bavaria kind of started my personal development, and I was working on that all summer, and I really kind of had a hard time getting going and had a hard time kind of figuring out what I needed. Hi Mom, glad you could join me. But after getting into these two books, I've realized that there's really a lot going on. And I honestly owe this to my ex-business and my ex-family, and I'm so excited to be so much healthier from the inside out that is creating health mentally as well. Hi Lisa, I hope you get some enjoyment out of this and some information out of this. It's great to see you. And after reading through all of this and clearing my mind and having my ex-family behind me and really supporting me emotionally, mentally, and also physically, of course, you know, I have my regular family and they're a huge support and they love me no matter what. But this process and this journey with Singular Products has just been unbelievable. So my mom actually sent me this story. So Mom, I hope you don't mind that I shared this, but it's actually a story of Malachi chapter 3, verse 3. And in that it says, "He will sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver." Well, this group of ladies was doing a book study and they looked at this chapter, and one of the ladies decided that she was going to go talk to a silversmith and she was going to get his story and get the explanation about how silver is actually refined. And she asked him to explain the process, and when he finished, she asked him, "Do you actually watch this process?" And he says, "Oh yes, I must sit and watch the entire process. I have to watch the furnace constantly. If time is exceeded by the littlest bit, the silver is injured." This added beauty and comfort to this Bible verse for her. And so she went on to talk with him a little bit more. And the way she explained it was God sees it as necessary to put his children in the furnace with the intent of purifying. His wisdom and love are both engaged in the best manner for us. So I'm kind of taking on this journey, and I'm looking at myself as being refined, and all of us are. It's crazy how everything works. And honestly, it felt like I was okay. I felt like I was happy. Everything was going well. My health was fantastic. Life on the farm was fantastic. And really it is. It honestly is. But there was still something missing. There was still something about me that wasn't me yet. The other part of the story, I'm not done with that story yet. Our trials are not random, and God will not let us be tested beyond what we can endure. And that's really comforting to me. And then she asked the silversmith, how do you know when the process is finished? And he said, oh, that's quite simple. The silver is finished when I can see my own image. And that is really cool. To know that we're being refined and molded to see his image in us. But not only that, other people can see his image through us. And that's my hope for you guys tonight. That is my hope for the series, is that through me, you can see his image. And I want to perfect myself. I want to get better at coaching you and becoming fearless, and me tearing up. This is part of that fearless point. This is part of leading through translucency, allowing you to trust me, allowing you to find that the things that I do and the things that I love are out of love. And I really hope that you can see value in that. I really enjoyed reading this story. I wanted to share that with you. Again, the passage is Malachi verse 3. This chapter 3, verse 3. He will sit as a refiner and a purifier of silver. I just think that's great. So here I am. I'm Silver. Hi, Kelly. It's so glad to see you tonight. I'm glad you joined me. I'm a piece of silver that's being refined. And I want to help walk you through that process of being refined as well. So, on to step 2, being fearless. That's a tough one for me. But my hope is if one of you, at least one person watching this video, gets something out of it, then this whole thing has been worth it. So becoming transparent, showing you, yeah, we're all being refined. We're all going through trials. It doesn't matter how happy we all seem. It doesn't matter what our shell looks like. What matters is what's going on the inside. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now, is what's going on the inside. I love the outside. I love the inside. It's just got a little bit of work to go yet. So the purpose of this video is to share with you my personal internal struggle. My focus right now is on personal development. I go through stages all the time, but I feel like this is really the biggest, largest transformation I think I've ever been through. I would love you guys, if you have gotten some information from this video so far, if you'll hit the little share button right there. I have made this video public. If you have some friends that would get some insight out of this video and would feel like they would get something out of it, I would love if you would share this. Again, that's part of coming out, and if one person sees a value in it, and if I can help one person start their journey, then all of this is worth it. So I told you earlier that this whole journey started with my physical health, and lost 30 pounds in the process, gained I don't know how many friends, I don't know how many ex-members that I just dearly love now. And it started me on the emotional health as well, even though I didn't realize that that was one of the things that I needed help with. Who does? Who wants to ever admit that, right? Yeah, I'm going to share that comment with people. I'm not doing well. Raise that yellow flag, raise that white flag. Anyway, so when it started with the physical health, and I started getting healthier from the inside out, I really realized how happy I could be, and realized how much happier I wanted to be. So this summer, I kind of took a step back, and you guys didn't hear much from me, and I was doing a lot of soul searching. I was doing a lot of digging. And I had books that of course, everybody has books they want to read, but when do you find the time? Gosh, I can't even talk tonight, guys. Sorry. When do you find the time to actually read these wonderful books that you get put in front of you? I am actually blessed this year that I have 20 minutes in the morning that I have with my students, and we're required to read. And that has been the biggest blessing to me than anything I've had in a very long time. So I was able to get through the rival, and now I'm getting through the speed of trust. And a lot of it is really what I needed to read. It's really what I needed to hear, and things that I really needed to work on myself. The first one that I found was developing trust. And I don't do that easily. Roxy and I have had a number of conversations and a number of discussions about this, and I don't know where that comes from. I really don't. I'm really a shy person, and maybe that's part of it, but I don't trust easily. The first few years of my career kind of blew that for me, so I'm trying to develop that back. And self-trust, according to Stephen Covey, is the first step. So you have to trust yourself before you can start trusting others. And it was really interesting to see what he was talking about in terms of when you increase your self-trust, you start increasing your integrity, you increase your self-confidence, and you increase your results. And the best way to start increasing trust in yourself is commit to yourself first and foremost. Who doesn't? We all fail ourselves on a daily basis, on a yearly basis. How many of us make New Year's resolutions and then by January 10th, January 20th, they're gone? That's a commitment that you need. If you made that promise to yourself, you need to keep that promise. And one of the stories that he actually talked about was really cool. He was working on a really big project, a really hard project, and he was looking at 1, 2 a.m. nights. He was working until 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. And he really wanted to exercise at the same time. So he would set his alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning with every intent, every positive intent of getting up with when his alarm went off and go exercise. Now, time and time again, he would hit the snooze, hit the snooze, hit the snooze. Every time you hit the snooze, you're breaking that commitment to yourself. You're breaking that integrity, and you're actually failing yourself. And every time you do that, you disappoint yourself, and your trust goes down, your integrity goes down, your self-confidence goes down, your results go down. Do you see how this is just a vicious cycle? That when you make a commitment to yourself, you are the one that you need to keep that commitment for. It's not for anybody else. It's for you. So, number 1, I am committed to weekly Facebook Live. I just said it, 7 o'clock every week, Monday night. I am committed to be here with you guys, and I'm committed to myself. We're going to walk through the speed of trust together, and we're going to walk through this book, and we're going to look at other steps. So with that step, I'm going to increase the trust of myself. I'm going to increase the credibility, and I'm going to increase my integrity, because if I feel that within myself, if I feel that towards myself, I'm going to feel that towards others too. So it's really going to be a positive change. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. The second point that he makes is don't make too many commitments. Been there, done that. Queen of not being able to say no, right? So here we are. I'm making one commitment. I'm committing to Monday nights at 7 doing Facebook Live. That's what I'm going to do right now, and that's what you're going to see from me. I'm going to add others later, but I can't make too many. You guys know what my life is like. It's just massive chaos, and I need to make sure that if I commit, I can do it, that I promise myself that I'm not going to let myself down. The other thing that he mentioned was don't make commitments impulsively. So that's why I'm not mentioning anything else out loud. Again, if I have to make that commitment, I want to be able to stand by it, and I want to be able to trust myself again and be able to put myself first. And that's what it's all about. So there you have it. In order to trust yourself, increase your integrity, increase your self-confidence, increase your results, you must commit to you first. You have to be your primary commitment. If you make a promise to yourself, you cannot break it. You have to, with every power of your being, make sure that you commit to that promise. Don't make too many commitments. Don't commit to too many things, because then you fall right back into that trap, and we don't want that. And you don't want to make commitments impulsively. So no matter how right it feels, think on it for a second before you make that commitment. Roxy, thanks so much for all your comments. I'm loving the interaction right now. It's actually pretty fantastic. If any of you guys have any comments to add, anything to add, if you have any questions, I would love to be able to answer some questions right now at this point. Stephen Covey also has a really neat quote in this chapter. You can change your behavior to match your commitment, or you can lower your values to match your behavior. Wow, that's pretty cool, isn't it? You can change your behavior to match your commitment, or you can lower your values to match your behavior. I would much rather at this point change my behavior and live for the commitments and live for this life that God has put in front of me that has no end, that has no limit, that is far from over. So that's my silver. That's my story with refining silver. And I hope to walk through this process with you, and that we can all be shining pieces of silver, that everybody would just be blinded as we walk by. Blinded by each other's loves, blinded by God's love, and that we can just shine for everybody else to see. If you enjoyed this, again, I didn't think I was going to tear up, but here we go again. If you enjoyed this, please share. I would love to be able to help others walk through this commitment and walk through this journey with me. And if you have a friend that really thinks that you think could see this, could watch this, could get something out of this, I would love for you to share that with them. Barbara, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by during your break, and I can't wait to see you in December. Also, I have a blog that's going to be published tomorrow morning on liveyourultimatelifetoday.com. It's titled, "Is Fear Preventing You from Living Life?" And that's kind of one of the things that all of this trust and all of this faith has come out. It's just eliminating my fears and walking fearlessly and moving in the direction that I need to be moving. So anyway, I'm Mindy Kane again with Live Your Ultimate Life, and you can catch me on my blog, liveyourultimatelifetoday.com. Check out our blog posts. Roxy and I have some fantastic information out there for you. So here's to living fearlessly. Here's to committing to myself and committing to you. I will see you next Monday night at 7 p.m. right here. And hi Tony, I'm just about ready to sign off, but thank you for joining me. Anyway, I hope to see you guys again next Monday at 7 p.m. and we'll keep working through this journey of building trust. So have a great night, guys. Thanks, Lisa. Bye, Mom. Love you too.